Good afternoon, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Good afternoon, and thank you for making time to be here. Let's give people a moment to log in. Very well. That's good. We have a good amount of you. We do know that this session is being recorded, so those exhibitors and their teams who cannot join today, they will use this meeting as a reference. And so we want to make sure that we are very thorough, and I will have space for all of your questions. If you can please wait on the questions that are specific to your case, if you can wait for the end, that would be fantastic. Very well. So we are learning, sorry, just a second. We are learning to use these webinar tools from Zoom. So I appreciate if you have with me a little patience. Um, very well. Mhm. Just one moment. Uh, I'm so sorry. It's not letting me share the whole screen. Um, Apologies. Let's give. All right. For some reason, I'm not able to share the window I wanted to share, so give me just one moment. In the meantime, I would like for my team to introduce themselves. So we have Jessica and Ria here. Jess,
Hi, I'm Jessica. I'm the business coordinator with Trax. And I help Andrea out with running Rail Day. And I do answer emails as well from the Rail Day inbox. So we might be in contact in the future.
yeah, most likely if you've asked a question to our railday at tracks.ca inbox, most likely it was her that answered those questions. We also have Ria on the call. Ria,
Hi, I'm Ria. Um,
can
the
you put the
marketing
camera
assist.
on?
I'm actually, yeah, just yes. Hi. So I'm the marketing assistant at Trax, and I work with all the designs, the social media, newsletters, and everything that goes on behind the cameras, behind the scenes, is what I've been working on. And yeah, I'm looking forward to work with all of you. If you have any doubt regarding any designs or any marketing assets that you might need or you require, you can directly reach out to me, and I will be glad to help you out.
Thank you. So, okay, so we have here finally the chance to share the screen I wanted. I I really appreciate your patience to everyone. Very well. So here we are. Um, so the first thing that I wanted to say is that we have, sorry. We have a larger floor plan and a larger amount of people involved this year as we grow. Um, and so I want to make sure that this session is focused and practical. I would like to walk you through what you need to prepare for Rail Day. Um, the things I usually trip people up with the softwares and the portals, etc. But also, there are some changes from last year to this year that I would like for all of you to be aware of. So most of you have done this before, and we're not that special in comparison to other shows. So will likely be able to fly through this. So when it comes down to the date and location, you're all familiar with this. The Rail Day event is on June 17, 18 at the International Center in Mississauga. We will be moving the day before, Tuesday, June 16. The outdoor exhibitors are welcome to start arriving at 11 a.m. Please don't come earlier. And the indoor exhibitors are welcome to start setting up after 4 p.m. Again, please don't come earlier unless there is a very specific obstacle in you coming at these times. um, I need your cooperation because there are many other moving parts, especially as we grow the floor plan. We need to allot time for the vendors to prepare for us. So please be mindful of your moving window. If you have any obstacles, please connect with our team. I will be able to share more details on how to share how to connect with the team. So you'll have access directly to the three of us. Um, then the other important thing that to note for the event itself, the event days, is that we have on Wednesday, which is day one, registration desk opens at 8 in the morning, and our conference will start at 9. It's going to go 9 through 5, and the hall on the yard will open to the public at 11. So this gives us 2 hours so that those first 2 hours of Rail Day we can focus on what is happening on stage. I encourage you to come early and be a part of that. We will not be letting people move in on Wednesday, as our focus will be the conference. And then for Thursday, we're going to have a normal full day, 9 to 4 p.m. on the floor. Conference will stop a little earlier. And again, the doors will open at 8 or 8:30 for people who want to get their badges and arrive a little earlier. But we open the hall on the yard at 9 in the morning. So this year we've made sure that we have people scanning badges at the entrance. So if you have an exhibitor badge, you'll be able to come in a few minutes earlier to, prepare for the attendees. The move out will start at 4 p.m. and we will not be allowing anyone to leave earlier than 4 p.m. This means that you are not permitted to take down the booth before that time. You may pack up smaller things like, oh, I have too many leftover brochures, but please be mindful that if we don't respect the time of the event, then people are not going to come on the second day. And then there's going to be a lot of missed opportunities. We are building this together and we need your support. We have had to make some exceptions in the past, but this is a rule in the agreement that you've all seen and agreed to when you purchased a booth. So please be mindful of that. Now, I would like to address any move in or move out questions about the logistics. And do you have any questions about the schedule? I would like for you to, raise your hands and tell us what questions you have about move in and move out at this time. No questions? Okay, if you do, we will be able to address them later in the meeting. So the important thing is that everything that is going to happen has been detailed and outlined in the agreement. And so if you have any uncertainty around the access, the vehicles, the timing, if you have flag it early, we will be able to support you. It's always easier for us to do that ahead of time. Um,
Sorry, I
okay,
do have a
so
question.
yes, go ahead.
Sorry if I missed the beginning of this, but I just wanted to know, is there a particular area separated for loading and unloading things? Is like there a loading dock or something like that,
Yeah.
um
So we
or
do
separate
have,
entrance?
yeah, so we do have a loading dock around the back of the building. I'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get to the layout and where we're gonna work and the access points. So
Perfect.
definitely there is loading dock access and there's also access for at floor level.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, certainly. Um, just a second. Yeah, I just need to move one thing so I can see you all. I want to see faces when you're asking me questions. Okay. All right. So quickly on the booths and the characteristics, this information is in the agreement and it's all also on the website when you purchased the booth. If you have any questions about the sizing of the equipment that you're bringing, please double check. If you need to know any specifics about whether you have the side guard or the back guard, check with our team so you can plan appropriately. We are not going to allow any materials that block someone else's booth for the public's view. As you'd understand, this is we need to be good neighbors, right? So the event prospectus is also available on our website if you haven't seen it. It's always been posted since June last year. Also for some details about the sponsorships, again, high level. Um, there's as a reminder, we have very different types of activations and visibility that you can have access to. And so if you want to leverage your sponsorship more when signage, giveaways, presents, just reach out. We're happy to help you get the most out of it. Another thing that is important for you, especially in the planning stages, is badges. Who from your team is going to come? How many badges do I have? And all of those questions. So this is a summary of the list of the badge allocations for the size of the booths. So you know what size of booth you have, you know what sponsorship you have. These details are also, Jess, can you take that? Thank you. Um, this is also available on the prospectus. So all of this information you have access to. If you are hoping to get some extra badges, you will be able to secure those as well. Any questions about badges at this time? I will cover how to register for those in a few moments. As always, we will have demos in the yard, and for anyone planning those demos, this, requires coordinations. We need the measurements, the safety review, the planning ahead of time. We need to connect about that. So if you haven't connected with Paul Murphy yet, Paul Murphy, for those who don't know, is one of our co-founders, and he He's the person in charge of the coordinating the yard and the demos. And so please connect with Paul. The email is on the screen. We will share these slides with you so you'll have access to all this information, okay? Questions about demos and demo coordination? All right. Just remember that last minute requests are very hard to accommodate. So all the measuring and all the planning needs to be done as early as possible. Very well. So the fun is the lounging and the networking that happens at the cocktail and at the roundhouse throughout the event. We will have included drinks with your badges. So exhibitors get 1 drink, sponsors will get 2 drinks per badge. And so this is going to be handled by scanning your badge. So you don't have to get drink tickets. You don't have to chase anyone to give you more drink tickets. It's all going to be automated. So by just having your badge, you'll be able to scan and get your drink. There will be options to buy more drinks as well. And there will be space for lounging at the roundhouse like we did last year. And now the part that we all need to talk about, this is the stuff that is new, and it's that we have an exhibitors portal this year. We are setting up the final details, but it is now open for you to put your information. So the up until previous years, we had an Exhibitors Hub webpage with all the information, and it wasn't as easy for you to get that information and to check like with a checklist of all the things that you had done. So we are implementing this. So I'll walk you quickly through it. And then I'm gonna open the portal and show you how it is that what it looks like and where things are. So, as I said, this is going to help you keep track of all the key details. So the portal has 3 main parts: the company listing, the exhibitor kit, and the exhibitor badges. The kit is used to access all the important supplier forms, view the deadlines, upload certificates like for insurance and more. The company listing is where you can manage your company profile. So it's going to appear on the event website, and you can put here from the logo to a description, website links, and a lot more. And then the company badge is a way that you can add your staff and manage your staff. If someone, for example, is not able to come, there's a last minute change, you can remove someone and add someone else. And you can also purchase from there more badges. So you'll be able to manage your whole account, change company logins if there's any staffing change within your company, and all of that, we'll go over that. So as I said, company listing is your digital booth. There's going to be details for your company. You can put website, social links, videos. You can even have a featured video. You can have brochures and documents and promos and an image gallery. So there's tremendous potential. And as soon as you load this up, we can then put it online for the general audience. And I think it would be a great opportunity for people to prepare, to come meet you with more specific questions, and then to have access to your sales team as early as possible. So this is a good tool to have, and we're going to keep it for a good amount of time after. I think we will have 4 months after the event. So the transition is going to be smooth. Very well. Then the kit is where you're going to, complete all the required items. Go into the exhibitor kit early, please. All the order forms, and what's included in your package, all the agreements, all of that lives in the exhibitor kit. Um, and this is going to help you manage all the smaller items, and it's going to help us as well to be able to provide the right support at the right time, and have everything done in like smoothly. And as I said,
Sorry, Andrea,
yeah,
do you mind if I interrupt for a second?
yeah, go ahead.
Is there anybody in the waiting room for this meeting? Would you mind checking? We just have somebody who's having a little bit of trouble joining.
Yeah, I don't see anybody.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem. Anyway, we were talking about now badges. You will be able to track how many you've used and how many you have available. So this is um a good tool for you. Each person needs to have an individual email account. I know this sounds like an obvious thing to state, but it is important. So if you want your sales team to all use one same account, you won't be able to do that. Every individual needs to have a unique email. You can also have someone use the sales account, but it won't be shared. There's going to be only one badge per email. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the portal so that um, so that you can see that. Um, one moment. Mhm. For some reason, it's not letting me share as easy as I thought it would. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, moving stuff out of the way. Hmm. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. Really. Okay, so Unity. Mhm. There we go. Very well. So now I'll be able to share something different. Not changing. Did it change? Jess, can you see the?
Now it's changed. You're good.
Okay, good. Thank you. So this is what the portal looks like. You will be given the link to come in. What you're going to have to do is pretty straightforward. You'll come to your company and you'll select your company. If your company is not here because you've registered in the last day and a half, you can connect with us to let us know if it's not kicked in yet. The system does take a little bit of time, so just as always, connect with us, let us know, and we'll fix it as soon as possible. So I'm going in with with our company profile. I haven't uploaded anything yet so that you see what it looks like on your end. So what we have here is the three main points that I let you know. So if you go into the exhibitor kit, here is where you'll find the order forms information for each of the vendors. So we have Freeman for the show decorator and materials handling for the indoor space for the hall. We have furnishings for Vincent for the outdoor yard with Vincent tents. We have power for indoor and outdoor. These are separate forms. So make sure you read through all of this. And then if there's no need for you to do any of that, you can just mark it as completed. You also will have the opportunity to rent audiovisual materials, say TVs, screens, and whatnot. Internet services. There is no free Wi-Fi within the exhibit hall. So if you want to have anything connected to the internet, you're going to have to connect with Uncle Global. We will have here. Here's the internet order form. So everything here is pretty straightforward. And here are the agreements that you will have to read, revise, and these were agreed upon at the moment of purchase, as you've seen, but you can also mark it completed and then be done with one more thing. The company listing has a lot of space for a lot of content. So the important thing here is that any changes that you put, you have to save changes before you change to a different tab so that they are uploaded. Once you move to a different tab, it will not have been saved. So if you take the time to fill this in, make sure that you pay attention to this detail. Again, logo, services, address, contact information, a description of up to 2,000 characters. So there's a lot here that you can do. Put links to your social media, your website, videos, brochures, any kind of show promotions to your booth. So you add new, and it's going to give you an opportunity to fill in and put if you want an image. You can add a main image for your virtual booth, a list of products and catalogs, gallery of images that represent you, and you can feature services as well. So there's in each of these points, there are specs about the size of the content you can upload. If you run into any technical difficulties, again, connect with our team and we will make sure that we touch base with the IT department from this platform. Very well. So do we have any questions about this portal at this time? Come on, you have to have a question. Okay, you can
Hi,
come
everyone.
back to that. Yes.
Sorry, can you hear me? Hi.
Yes.
I do have a question. I noticed on the list of the additional services there was a cleaning one. Is that something that we need to, like everyone needs to,
There is
sign up for a cleaning fee afterwards?
no, there is nothing that is mandatory here.
Okay.
You will We will keep the space clean, of course, for everyone. There's cleaning before the first day and the night in between. But if you're gonna have any type of event at your booth and you have extra materials like boxes lying around, or you've offered a cocktail or whatever in your space, you may want to hire these services. This is an exclusive provider that's attached to the venue. So if you wanted to bring someone to tidy up for you, that's who you would have to connect. That's why it's there. Again, these are additional services. So indoor booths have power already. you may want to add a very complicated big setup, and so that's why you may want to order additional furnishings or different furnishings or extra power connections, right? If you're going to have a massive light show, then a simple standard connection is not going to be enough, right? So none of this is mandatory in any way. The only one thing that is mandatory is the insurance. We're going to get to that in a moment, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. That's a good question, Zoe.
We had another question from Tim in the chat. He's
Yes.
asking, when will we get access to this portal again?
Today. I did not want to share this with you before because I wanted to walk everybody through the steps. We just finished it, and that's why we also had such short time between we finished it and call you, but after the meeting. Harnita's asking, what is a virtual booth? Basically, it's going to be a posting on a Rail Day page where it's going to capture all the information that you put up in this portal, and it's going to be live for anybody to learn about you, your company, your services, and what you can offer to the industry. Good. All right. More questions? I feel like people warm up a little bit after someone else asked a question. Okay. So if you have another one, we will come back to it, no problem. Um, very well. So I'm gonna change back to the other slideshow.
We
So
have
we were
another
talking
question.
about, yes, ma'am?
We have another question here.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Is there a charge for the virtual booth, Mandy?
For the what, sorry?
For the virtual booth.
No, this is all included with your exhibitor fee. It's like these are just extra tools that we're trying to provide you with. That's a good question. I should have mentioned that before. Thank you. Okay, so the vendors. I've already mentioned roughly what those vendors can do for you. I think the one important thing I want to really drive home is that food and catering is not allowed to be brought from outside of the venue. The venue has an excellent banquet team, and they can cater for your needs. You can host in-booth receptions. You can have a popcorn machine like WGD did last year, was a huge success. Cotton candy, pastries. You can have cold beverages and more, right? We will be hosting through our sponsors, Universal Rail, a coffee station, and so it would not be ideal for you to do coffee. We have kind of like a hold on that. That's exclusive to our sponsors. But if you wanted to do something small with your team, make a toast to a product launch, all of those things, they are possible, but it has to be done through the venue's banquet team. And that their contact information will be shared with you as well. So you don't have to worry about that. And then this is a big one. This is about the show decorator portal. This is for the exhibitors in the hall. So only the people that are inside are affected by this. We included in our booths carpet, table, chairs, wastebasket, and a sign with the booth number and the name of the company. This is to simplify things. Everybody's going to get what the essentials. But if you want any other furnishings, or if you need to ship materials to use their warehousing system, or for them to bring the materials from the loading dock to your booth, then those services need to be booked through Freeman. Freeman's portal is now available. I will share with you again this link. All of this will be available to you afterwards. So the link will be is already open for you to go and place your orders. They do have a calculator for you to see how much it would cost you to use these services for material handling and shipping, particularly because of the weight. We have negotiated with them a fee per weight that is lower than other shows because of the nature of our industry. However, please plan ahead because it can get costly. Questions about Freeman and their portal? Who here is familiar with the Freeman portal? Not many people. Nobody? Adriana is familiar. There's a question here, something about the carpet. I didn't get to read it all. So yes, we do have carpet included in the booth. This is just the basic gray carpet, and it doesn't include underpad. So this is for a couple of reasons. One, aesthetically is better to have a certain level of uniformity. It's going to dampen some of the loud noise. And if you do have a custom carpet with your logo or anything that you want to put as a flooring, you can do that. It's not forbidding you from using the decoration that you want on your floor. This is available for you as an upgrade from what we had before. We decided that we wanted to do that. Now, if you want to bring your own carpet, you could use our carpet as underpad. It's going to make it more comfortable for everybody during the day. Okay, so going to the Freeman portal, I want to do a quick demo. I'm getting a hang of this Zoom sharing. Okay, so now you see that this is the Freeman online portal, correct? Here they have a very handy timeline for you to see when the discount price deadline is, and then other important dates for shipping and handling. So if you have any advanced freight, this is their deadline. If you have any, well, here the exhibitor move in, and then when the show opens and when the show closes. If you want to get furnishings or carpet or things like that, you'll come to shop products and services. If you're focused on finding solutions for shipping and material handling, here it is. I want to show you where to find that calculator I talked about. So this is all the information, and there's documents explaining exactly what constitutes shipping, what constitutes material handling, because they have different fees. They even have a video. So here, looking for material handling rates is the button in orange to the top right. And here you will have the estimate material handling, right? So here is where you would go to get your estimates. You will put your weight, you will put your distances, etc., and it's going to give you a good estimate. Any questions about the portal, or anybody want me to go over any of the details of this portal? So Jess, how do I get access to this portal?
So to get access to this portal, first you would have to create an account or log in through their website. So you can see on Andrew's screen at the top right, there's a button that just says log in. Yeah, You would click right there, and then go and create an account. I believe it would be through that link there on the right where her
Yeah,
mouse is. Um, I do believe that the email used to sign up here, it should be your main booth contact's email address.
that is correct.
Um,
Yes.
so once you create an account, you'll be able to log in and see all of the additional items that you can add. And from there, you would add them to your cart to create an order with Freeman.
Yes. There are many, many documents in here. So if this is important to you, I would recommend you go in here as early as possible to plan this out. And now I would like to go back to the issue of insurance, which I mentioned earlier before.
Andrea, can I just ask a quick question before we move on?
Yes, for sure. That's Gabriel, right? I
It
recognize
is,
your
yes.
voice.
Yeah, yes. Just about the carpet, I'm sorry. So is the carpet included with the booth, or is that
Yes.
something that it's included? Okay.
The carpet is included. You can choose to put your other flooring on top of that. You can choose if it's bothering you for your installation, we can have Freeman remove it, or better yet, you can let us know so that they don't install it in the first place. But everybody has carpet included.
Yeah.
You
Oh, okay.
can order Yeah, you can order underpad, and so they will put the underpad in your booth specifically under the carpet that's already included. You can choose a different color, that's fine, but the carpet in the booth is already accounted for.
Understood. Thank you.
You're welcome. Um, yeah, Leslie is adding anyone who has created an account before they will already have a login. And if you forget the password, you can use the buttons below the login. All right. So insurance. Sorry. So like with any show, we need to provide a certificate of insurance. The details for this are in the prospectus and in the agreement. Um, Everybody is required to have valid insurance coverage for the event. And so you'll need to ensure that your policy meets the requirements outlined, and that it mentions both the International Center and Tracks Transit and Rail. You are able to upload that certificate through the portal, and from the exhibitor portal. And in that, that's pretty simple. If you have any questions about this, you can go ahead and check with our team. If your company doesn't have any coverage at this point, it's not a problem. No COI, no problem. We have a group rate in place. If you want it to be added to the tracks policy, it's going to be more affordable than other options independently. So if you're unsure, don't wait, just reach out. The online shop has the insurance coverage. So you would just need to pay $60 plus tax, one-time payment, and you're covered for the whole event from June 16th at 6:30 a.m. until midnight on June 18th. Now, do you have to buy our insurance? No. You need to provide insurance coverage. It could either be yours, or we're offering this, or you're welcome to get any other provider that you prefer. So that's an important thing. We are not making you buy our insurance. Sorry, any questions about insurance at this point? Okay. So the next thing is a few updates and reminders. Here is what the updated layout looks like. This is the main entrance to the hall, and this is the roundhouse. So coffee stations, as last year, separated so everybody has a coffee station nearby. And you were asking, I think it was Julie or was it Fanny that we're asking about how to access. So as you come on to the venue, there will be a parking assistant that's going to direct all trucks to come around the back of the building. And then the loading docks are here. Do you see my cursor? So that's where you would get your materials loaded off, and then Freeman can bring it to your booths wherever that is. The access to the show, we have one main entrance, and this is how to access the hall, and this is how to access the yard. This exhibitor entrance here is for your practicality primarily, and it's only going to be permitted for exhibitor badges. So the security guard at the door is not going to let anyone in, and we will have doors closed when the hall is closed. So you're not going to be allowed in the hall when everything else is closed. Just be mindful of that, plan for that. If you wanted to see an updated list of companies, we have all that on the Railday webpage. You can check that up. We're updating as often as we can. Questions? All right. Hotels. If you need hotels, we still have the courtesy blocks. We have, most of them have guaranteed the same prices until May, but they all finish around May 15, May 14. So be sure to check this if you need to, if you can share this with your guests. And the key here is support and communication. So you've met Jessica and Ria. And this is how you can reach out. If you have general Railday questions, any exhibitor questions, you can connect with railday@trax.ca, and any of us three can give you an answer. So this is going to be the fastest way between now and the days of the show. If you have any sponsor questions, please send it to info, and either Mark Salzberg or myself can address that. If you have any marketing questions, Ria is your girl. And if you want to talk to someone on the phone, this is our number. Just be mindful we're in such a busy period that sometimes we don't get to the phone in time. Please leave a voicemail or drop us a line so that we can address whatever it is that you need. And then how do we promote you? We will have, as always, social media newsletters, the website, and the printed materials on site. Through the website is the virtual booth that I told you about. So this is going to be a great opportunity for you to get out there. Ria has prepared a lot of graphic resources that you can use as a signature on your email. You can use this for LinkedIn posts or any engagements or newsletters that you send out to your audience. You can use any of these images for that. So we have this in a Google Drive folder, and again, the link will be available to you in an email that we'll send right after this meeting. If you need to verify any information, if you would like to get the Railday logo to add to any of your other materials, please reach out to Ria so that we can take care of that and we can support you. And I guess the only other thing is more questions that you may have. So I see one in the chat from Tim. If we are just carrying in the booth by ourselves using hand card, do we need Freeman? No, you can just bring in whatever you need to bring in. The restrictions with Freeman is that we are not allowed to bring in a forklift or any vehicles into the floor. So we have tracks, we have a few dollies and carts that we use ourselves for our stuff. So if you're caught in a bind, you may be able to borrow, but we're all going to be very, very busy. So I recommend that you plan ahead, but there's no need to use free money if you're carrying stuff by yourselves. Any other questions? No? No questions? Okay, here. Is it possible to let me know of our booth number, what your booth number is? Yes, so your booth number is in your, sorry, it's in your invoice and it has been shared with you in communications. Ready Power. Oh, you are outdoors. So yes, we have changed the booth from letters to numbers, but the location that you secured is still going to be the same. Um, all of that is also in on the Rail Day page. So if you go to the Rail Day page below the layout map, it says click here for the full list of exhibitors, and that list is done alphabetically, but with a booth number next to each of you. Good. Speaker submissions. We're actually communicating with the speakers this week. We are making some adjustments so that we can get all the knowledge that was proposed for the stage in a way that flows and that is manageable for us because we are small to manage such a big amount of speakers. So yeah, definitely this week we're going to communicate with everyone about the speaking. Adriana is asking, any reps required to wear safety footwear during move-in? It's not required for the indoor hall. It is required for the yard. So the type of equipment that's going around is dangerous. We want to be safe. So if you have a hard hat and the shoes, we can provide with the high visibility vest. And yes, Julia is saying, just to confirm, each booth has 2 chairs, 1 table, black curtains. Yes. So bigger booths may have more, but a standard includes 2 chairs, 1 table, and the black curtains. And there is a plug for each of the booths, yes.
Thank you. It's our first year exhibiting at the show, so maybe my questions seem a little redundant or silly, so I apologize in advance. But
This is why we hold these meetings.
thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. As I said, we want to make sure that this is a successful event. I know some of you have to leave, so thank you for being here. We will share all this information in the next hour or so. You'll have everything in your inbox. If we have questions about the technology showcase and our topic, so I guess, Adriana, you are with WSP?
No, with AbTech.
Oh, okay. So we can arrange for a call so that we can discuss this if you have time today.
That would be sorry, I was about to say perfect. If it's before 3, it would be perfect.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, awesome.
So if you drop me a line, Andrea R at tracks.ca, I'll send you the link to book time so we can talk about that.
Perfect. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yes. And Zoe is asking, can we change badges from one day to the next? For example, if we have 3 members coming one day, but once you have different person come the next day, can we give them the badge? Well, that's a very exclusive kind of thing. If you drop me a line, we can address that. For badges, write to railday@tracks.ca, please. We can make certain accommodations, but we also have to be mindful of the logistical nightmare that it could be to have all that. So As a general thing, the answer would be yes, we can, because people are not available for sometimes for the 2 days of the show. Um, but we also need to be mindful of how complicated it is to issue all those badges and coordinate. Very good. Any other questions? No more questions. Very good. Okay, so I'm gonna be here for a few more minutes. So that is if you have any other questions. And can I create an account on the Freeman portal as it is not finding the company? Okay, so let me connect with them. Thanks, Gabriel. Let me connect with Freeman to add you, because in your case, with your delegation from Ursi, there's a lot of different emails. Thank you. So I'll connect with them and see how we can add you there, okay?
Okay. Yes, Andrea, I just checked. It cannot find ERCI, and I think it can't find most of our companies. So I just
Yeah.
tried 2 or 3, so they couldn't. It couldn't
Okay, so
find
maybe
them.
they didn't know how to upload you. I'll talk to
Probably.
I'll talk to Terilyn. Jess, can you start preparing something to send to her?
Yes, of course, no problem.
Yeah, you write the email, I give her a call, so we nudge it and we can get this done as soon as possible.
Because I think we have companies that would like to maybe it would like to order something, and even we
Certainly.
as ERCI.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And we'll take care of that. Zoe, you're asking how do we access the exhibitor portal for the first time again? Yeah, so you are going to be given a link and it's going to ask you to check for your company name. So you're going to open a display menu and it's going to have for you to select your company. Once you select your company, it's going to ask you to create an account with your email and you will create a password and then you're going to be allowed in. So it's just like with any other account, sign up, and then you'll have to have the password handy. So it's for you to access again. Again, the link is going to be sent with all this package, so you don't have to guess where everything is. Everything's going to come in one tidy email. All right. Any other questions? Very good. All right. Okay, so I'll be here. If you have any more questions, I'll stick around. If you are ready to go to your 2 o'clock meetings, which most of you likely do, then I thank you again for being here, for trusting Tracks and Rail Day with your time and your investment, really. So. We're very happy to have you all.
Thank you. Have a good day.
So, and Andreas, just me again.
Yeah, no problem.
So, and do you need more information from the companies then, like their full address?
So we will need, for them to be added, we need the company name, the main contact from that company, and their email,
Okay.
right?
All right.
Freeman is a little bit picky about the addresses for invoicing. So if you have at least one line of address that you can give me for each company that
Yeah.
wants to create a profile, they will ask for that.
Okay. Shall I send to which email address? Shall I send it a rail
Send
day?
it to me, please.
Okay. All right. I will do it today because I'm
You're
away
going
as of
away.
tomorrow. Yeah, but I will send it to you today. So I would need all the companies and even an account for us so that we can order the high
Yeah,
tables,
I don't know why you
etc.
weren't
Yeah.
included there because your email for sure is there. So we're gonna have to
Hmm.
follow up with that.
Yeah, no worries.
Can you also copy railday at tracks.ca?
Yep, I
Thank
would do
you.
so. Okay,
Thank you.
thank you too.
All right.
All right,
All right.
then.
Have a great time away and we'll connect when you're back.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much.
Fantastic. All
Bye
right. Take
bye.
care. Bye.
Thank you.
I have a little bit of a silly question. I apologize,
There's
everyone.
no silly questions.
Thanks, everyone. So I guess my question is, if we have stuff that we want to bring, like, do we have to use Freeman's or can we bring our own items that we may have already used in the past? Like I said, it's our first time exhibiting.
Oh, you can
Um,
bring everything you want
okay,
yourself. The
okay,
limitation with Freeman and with any show decorator is that the staff is unionized, and so forklift operators and forklift rentals and all of that goes through them.
okay, okay, great.
So you whatever you can carry, if you have a wheeled dolly, if you have anything that's light for you to carry with your hands, you can bring in whatever you want.
Okay,
The issue is with the heavy stuff that comes through that comes shipped and it
yeah,
needs to be managed with a forklift
okay,
due to size or weight.
okay,
That is an expense that is going to have to go through them,
okay. Makes sense. Thank
right?
you.
So
Yeah,
there are
okay,
some manual forklifts, right?
okay,
Those are fine if you want to bring one. Any dolly, again, fine. It's just motorized vehicles that require a license to operate
yes, okay,
and stuff. So the other thing is if you have a company that sets up your booth at different events,
yeah,
we can have them come, but again, they cannot bring a forklift, right? So they
yes,
can
okay,
come, we can set them up as a third party um, contractor for the show,
okay,
and we can get them in. It's not a problem. It's just it needs coordination. So
okay.
you did well in asking.
Thanks. And I guess my other question is there a maximum amount of badges we can buy? And like with
No.
that question, I don't mean to say that we're going to be bringing our entire company. It's just that I know that that question is going to come from the higher ups.
Yeah. There's no
How many?
maximum.
Okay.
There's no maximum. The only reason that we are charging for the badges is because we need to support that registration effort,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Yep.
And we included a few which most size booths usually have.
Okay.
But again, there's no limitation. If you want to buy, you can buy 200 badges if you wanted to.
Well, we probably won't be purchasing that many, but we may probably want to purchase more than four, which I'm not sure, but
That's
um
fine. That's
okay.
more than fine. Yes.
Perfect. Okay, thank you so much. And just to confirm, again, I know you've gone through all this, just to make sure though. So we like everyone who's attending can show up at 4 on the day before. So that was June 16th and set
Yeah.
everything up.
For setup, it's after 4 p.m.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Okay.
Yes. And I will personally be there until 11 p.m. So if you have
Okay.
a complex setup, you can check in with me if
Okay.
we can. Here's the thing.
Hmm.
The floor is very large and Freeman
Yeah.
has a lot of setup to do before we come in. If you
Okay.
have a complex setup that's going to require, I don't know, 4 hours from a team to come in and do it, um, let me
Which I
know
don't
what.
think we will. We don't, honestly, I don't think we will. I think that we're pretty going to be keeping it like pretty simple, as
Okay.
simple as we can. Yeah, yeah. So that
That's fine,
shouldn't be a
but
problem. Yeah.
if you have any specific needs for move-in, you can connect with us. But as a
Okay.
rule, we want everyone to come after they're done to prevent any confusions, any accidents, any problems, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Okay. No, that's understood. Makes sense. Yep.
perfect.
Thank you
So you
very
see,
much.
your questions are not silly at all.
Thank you. I mean, I guess I'll know more next year, after our after being first time exhibitors this year, but
Yeah.
it's always difficult too when, I know all these random questions are going to come at me from the directors. And so just making sure that I have all
Yeah.
the information beforehand so that I have the right stuff to relay.
Perfect. No, that works. I wanted to release today that I didn't have time to finish setting it up, but I'm looking into a custom AI for Rail Day 2026.
Okay.
So that is kind of like to field off as an information layer, so that you could ask it questions
Okay.
directly, like a chat GPT, but just for
Yeah.
Rail Day. But we didn't have enough time to set it up. So it will likely be available for the event. I think that April 15 or something like that. And it's going to help people for networking, right? So
For sure.
there's also lead retrieval. So there's a lot of things. Take your time with the documents and email and ask as many things as you need to ask. Because the whole point is that you guys are happy, that you get as much as you hope and more, and that you return every year.
Thank you very much. Your whole team and yourself have been very helpful up until this point. So I know that you and I have talked multiple times. I think I'm becoming a pain in the you know what. So I
No, you're not.
appreciate your help
No,
very
you're
much.
not.
So I
No,
know
you're
you
not.
probably get the same questions all the time. So thank
This
you
is why
again.
we hold a meeting. So don't you worry, Julia. Have
Thank
a great
you.
rest of your day and connect when you need.
Thank you. You too. Don't work
All
too
right.
hard.
Not possible. Bye. Josie, are you waiting to ask us a question? Josie? Nope. All right. So that went fine, I guess,
I'm
except for
glad.
mine.
Yeah.